trying to eat a fish for dinner. Nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me.
What's wrong with you?
Would you shut up? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just trying to... There's nothing wrong with me. I'm trying to eat a fish.
What is wrong with you?
Trying to eat a fish and it falls off the plate. Would you shut up?
What's wrong with
You're bothering me more than a fish is bothering me. Would you shut up and leave me alone?
What's your problem?
I'm just trying to eat a fish.
What is wrong with you?
I'm only trying to eat a fish. Would you shut up?
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What's your problem?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. Would you shut up and let me eat my fish?
What is wrong with you?
Would you shut up?
What is wrong with you?
Would you just shut up?
What's your problem?
Would you shut up?
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me. I'm just
What's
trying to
your
eat my
problem?
fish. Would you shut up?
What
You're
is
bothering me.
wrong
You're
with you?
beginning to... Would you shut up? You're beginning to bug me.
What's your problem?
Just trying to eat my fish.
What
You
is
stay on
wrong
the
with you?
plate. Would you
What
shut
is
up?
wrong
I'm just
with
trying
you?
to eat my fish. I'm gonna
What's
hit you
your
with my fish.
problem?
Worse than this
is
fish.
wrong
You're
with
worse
you?
than this fish. You're
What
more
is
of a problem
wrong
than a
with you?
fish. Would you
What's your
shut up?
problem?
Would you shut up?
What is wrong
Would
with
you
you?
shut your mouth? I want to eat my
is
fish.
wrong
Shut
with
up.
you?
I can't even think.
What's your problem?
Trying to eat my
What
fish.
is wrong with you?
I don't have a problem.
What is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
have a problem.
What's your problem?
I don't have a problem. Can't
What
you
is
hear me?
wrong with you?
Can't you hear me? I don't have a problem. I want to eat my
What's
fish.
your problem?
I just want to eat
What
my
is
fish.
wrong
Would you
with you?
shut up?
What is wrong with you?
Would you just shut
What's
up and
your
let me eat
problem?
my fish?
What
What
is
is
wrong
happening
with you?
anyway?
What
Would you
is
shut
wrong
up?
with you?
My fish
What's
won't
your
stay on the
problem?
plate. Would you shut
What
up?
is wrong with you?
Would you
What
just
is
shut
wrong
up and let
with
me
you?
eat my fish?
What's your problem?
Would you
What
shut
is
up and
wrong
leave me
with you?
alone? I can't even
What is
think.
wrong with you?
I don't have a
What's
problem.
your problem?
I don't have a problem.
What is wrong with you?
I don't have
What
a
is wrong
problem.
with you? What's your problem?
Don't have a problem. I
What
want
is
to
wrong
eat
with
my
you?
fish.
What is wrong with you? What's
I
your
don't have a problem.
problem?
I just want to eat my
What is
fish.
wrong with you?
I don't have
What
a
is
problem.
wrong with you?
I don't have
What's
a
your
problem.
problem?
Would you shut
What
up?
is wrong
Would
with
you
you?
just shut
What
up?
is wrong with you?
Would you
What's your
shut
problem?
up?
What is wrong with you?
Trying to eat a
What
fish.
is wrong
I'm
with
trying
you?
to eat a fish and it falls off the plate. Would you
One
shut
of the
up?
indelible, undeniable,
Shut up.
What is wrong with you?
unkillable,
Just shut up.
unknowable YouTube classics. One of my
What
favorites.
is wrong with you? What's your problem?
Just shut up.
I could do this for a million fucking years and never get to anything anywhere near this good. But I'm certainly gonna have to do it more than like once every fucking 3 months or something.
Don't stay on the plate.
What's your problem?
I'm sorry.
Would you shut up?
Shit makes me nervous.
What is wrong with you?
Would you just
Then I see what other fucking people are doing. I'm like, can I honestly say I can't fucking do this, at least at this level? Can I honestly say that?
You don't shut up.
What's your problem?
Would you shut up?
What's wrong with you?
That's the issue. I gotta watch more bad shit.
What's your
I'm watching all these people. I'm like, oh, I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking do this. If I watch people that suck, I'm like, I can fucking do this. I can suck with the best of them. Anyway, hi there. Hi. I'm Uncle Game Boy back at it again, doing his thing. You know how it goes. Hopefully, like I said, you know, not too often. Hopefully, be doing it more than once every couple of months or so. I don't know what I'm saying. This always starts off really badly. And this is no different. Hi there, I'm Uncle Game Boy. This is my show. And what are we doing today? Well, I got a little wild hair to do something I think is a pretty cool idea. You ever heard of these things called choose your own adventure books? They're like a video game, but in a book where you get to make choices, and your choices have an impact on the direction of the story. It's pretty incredible. So I thought that'd be something to do. I really thought that I'd like come up with more to say about why I was doing this. I guess at some point I should realize, like, you should stop assuming that. You should stop assuming you're just going to figure this out on the night. It never happens. It never comes together. Maybe you should write anything. Just even like a couple of sentences to just kind of guide you in a certain direction so that this just doesn't, like, you fall right on your fucking face the second you start. But it wasn't today. So anyway, we're going to be doing a choose your own adventure book called The Flying Carpet by Jim Razzie. I'm gonna put up on the screen put on the screen right now. I'm putting on the screen right. Just a second. Just a second. I got this. Okay. And there it is. There it is. The Flying Carpet by Jim Razzie. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Choose Your Own Adventure books, say, these haven't really been a thing for a while. I feel like the last ones that really got any traction were those Goosebumps ones. We might be getting to those at some point in the future, but I thought it'd be best to start with the classics, to start with the original, the OGs, if you would. The OGs of the Choose Your Own Adventure genre. Excuse me one second. Oh, that's refreshing. So this one is going to be The Flying Carpet. Now, I'm going to read the part that explains what this is, how these books work. If you're unfamiliar, I don't know why I keep saying that. And then I'm going to explain what my rules are for this, and then we're going to do the thing, and that'll be the show, and it'll be great. The Flying Carpet by Jim Razzie. Choose Your Own Adventure number 25. You're the star of the story. Illustrated by Frank Boll. By Frank Boll. We don't need to read the effusive praise for the Choose Your Own Adventure series, but I would like to explain what they are in case you don't know what these books are. You might not be familiar. You got to read this first, all right? You got to read this part first if you want to have any hope of understanding what the Choose Your Own Adventure book is. Most books are about other people. This book is about you and your magical flying carpet. Do not read this book from the first page through the last page. Instead, start at page 1 and read until you come to your first choice. Decide what you want to do. Then turn the page shown and see what happens. When you come to the end of the story, go back and try another choice. Every choice leads to a new adventure. Have fun with your flying carpet, but beware of wizards, genies, and the evil sultan. Now, anyone who's unfamiliar with these books, as you may be, would not know, which is why I'm going to tell you that, like, what it says here, right? About, like, where is it? Every choice leads to a new adventure. When you come to the end of the story, go back and try another choice. Now, how these books often work is you're just sort of haphazardly getting your way through them, trying to get to a happy ending of sorts or whatever, and you're waylaid by bullshit over and over again. Just fucking shit will kill you or end your fucking fun time on the flying carpet faster than you can crack an egg. And there's very little you can do to foresee it, if you will, because it just seems like it's a totally arbitrary thing that's getting your ass slammed down to the ground from where once you were flying on a magical carpet, a flying carpet. It's kind of weird that they call it when I was looking at this like this, oh yes, the magic carpet. No, it's not the magic carpet, it's the flying carpet. But the term is generally magic carpet, right? Usually they call it a magic carpet. Yes, they do. Anyway, so basically the goal is to beat the book. We're going to beat the book. Now, when I would do this as a kid, no one was holding me to any sort of standard of integrity. So I would basically like hold my finger on the page that I was on and flip to whatever choice I'd made, right? And then I would get to the end of that, it's like, oh, you just walked into a fucking dragon's mouth. You're dead. End of the story for you. Or like, oh, no. My finger's still on the page that I was on earlier. And actually that didn't even happen. It's like a save state, right? But we're trying to do this with the faith, trying to instill the faithfulness of the public in mind. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but what I'm trying to say is that we went to kind of stand the scrutiny of everyone watching. So okay, the point I'm trying to make, I'm sorry, is that if I get to that point where I eat shit, right, then I have to go back to the start like they intended, and I have to do everything I already did and try to have a different outcome or whatever. We'll not do exactly the same thing, because then what would be the point of that? I think the best thing to do would be to just get started. I think that would be the best thing to do rather than whatever I'm doing right now. So we're going to switch to the reading music. Just give me 1 second. This water is fucking good. This water is where it's at right now. Oh man. Okay, so right, reading music. Gonna turn up a little bit more. And then we'll let's get this fucking adventure on the road. I think that's a great idea. Your aunt has sent you a beautiful Persian carpet from one of her trips around the world. You like it so much that you've put it right in the middle of the room. At a certain point, I'm gonna be able to read. I got to get my sea legs a little bit. All right. Like I said, I haven't been fucking doing this for like a month. I'm nervous as hell right now. I'm nervous as hell. I'm trying to keep those nerves down so that I can give you guys an entertaining experience if anyone would ever watch this. So, what the hell? That's going crazy. What are you doing? She's like, Heidi, it's fine. There's a cat outside, and she's just like, she doesn't like it. It's like, he can't get in here. I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but like, here, I'll pause. There's this cat that's been coming by her house, and he's very sweet. He's probably abandoned by somebody or whatever. So we're gonna take him to the vet and try to figure out what to do to him. We have 5 stray cats in this house already. I don't think the structure can hold another. So we're gonna try to figure out what to do with him. But he's hanging around a lot, and he's hanging outside the window. My cat's getting upset by it. But Heidi, he can't get in here. You're fine, Bubba. You're fine. Come here, baby. Don't worry about him. Come here. She doesn't want to come here. I don't know if you've heard this about cats, but sometimes they're just not interested in what you're trying to get them to do at all. You just have to kind of be okay with it. Anyway, I'm sorry for delaying our incredible adventure. I'm sorry for stumbling through reading poorly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything that's happened so far, but it's going to be really good from this point on. And I've got it together. And you're going to see. Your aunt has sent you a beautiful Persian carpet from one of her trips around the world. Oh, my aunt, she's such a globetrotter, such a jet setter, if you will. I don't know if that term means that. You like it so much that you've put it in the middle of your room. Right now, you're sitting on the carpet and reading a book of old Arabian fairy tales. One of your favorites is about a wizard and a flying carpet. A flying carpet, not a magic carpet, a flying carpet. You stop reading for a moment and gaze out the window at the starry sky. Wow, you think. A flying carpet. Just then, a flying carpet. Just then, your mother calls from the kitchen. Supper's ready, dear. I'll be right there, Mom, you yell back. You want to finish reading your story. You have just come to the part where the wizard says the magic words to make the carpet fly. Just for fun, you repeat the magic word. It did say turn to page 3, yes? Okay, good. Be mindful of that, because I don't know if you guys know this, but this book is not like other books. It's not like other books. You don't read it just from, cover to cover. It's a bit more circuitous, your path, than that. As you'll see, just for fun, you repeat the magic words out loud. Uzak, Papka, Canoe! All of a sudden, the carpet moves beneath you. You feel yourself rising off the floor. Before you know what's happening, the carpet whisks you out the window. Eeyow! You scream as you fall down flat. What's going on? The magic words worked. The carpet is flying. You grab the edges of the carpet and fearfully look down. Sure enough, there's the ground skimming by beneath you. But it looks strange, all dark and misty. In fact, everything looks strange. Mom, you yell out, where are you? You realize that you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. I'm sorry, I think I need to blow my nose. I'm going to finish this page first. You realize you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. The ground looks close. Maybe that's what you should do. If you hang on, who knows where you'll end up. You're going to know where I'm going to end up in 1 second, but bear with me, please. I have to blow my nose. Oh. The adventure never ends. All right, what are we doing? Here? All right, do you jump off the carpet and turn to page 12, or if you hang on, turn to page 6? Well, this is called the flying carpet after all. I think if on the second page we jump off the carpet, then that's where the adventure ends. And I want to get this adventure to the end. And I'm realizing I should have said that a second ago. I think I kind of did, but I just want to be clear. Like, we want to get to a good ending. I mean, an undeniably good ending, which is and can be difficult to do. Like, fucking, I've had this be like a fucking thing I can never figure out, and sometimes I get to a good ending within 10 minutes. So this could either take fucking all day or 15 minutes to half an hour. I don't know. But basically, I'm just going to try to get to a good ending, and then if I believe it meets my criteria for that, then that's the end of the show. So who knows? We don't really know how long this is going to take, but I want it to be something of some kind of substantial length. That's why I said all the things I just said. Because if I jump off of it and then I return to page 12, I turn to it rather, and then it's just, you just have a nice evening. One, that doesn't really count as a fun ending, you know, but like, that is technically an end. I'm just saying I'm trying to make this go long enough. I think I've made my point. Anyway, we hang on. We hang on to the magic carpet. We go over the fuck it's taking us to page 6. Okay, here we go. You hang on. It's funny, but you're not so scared anymore. Even try some commands. Go slower, you shout. Sorry, I shouldn't have actually shouted. Go slower, you shout. The carpet slows down. Go higher, you say. The carpet zooms up. Soon you find that you're actually enjoying yourself. The wind ruffles your hair as you squint your eyes against the sun. The sun? When did it become daylight? You look down. That's not your neighborhood down there. Where are you? All at once you see okay, we don't need the clapping. We don't need the clapping. Why didn't I pick a track that has like 2 minutes of clapping at the end of it? I guess I should have listened to this stuff before I made it, you know, a significant part of the art that I'm making. But anyway, go higher, you say. The carpet zooms up. Soon you find that you're actually, I already read all that. You look down, that's not your neighborhood down there. Where are you? All at once you see a city dead ahead, but it is the strangest place you ever saw. It looks a lot like the cities you were just reading about in your book. Turn to page 17. Oh man, shit gets crazy, huh? Wow, you say as you get closer. The city sparkles in the sunlight like a jewel. Everywhere you look, you see pastel-colored houses and towers and lush gardens. Go down, you order the carpet. It obeys instantly and swoops down in a graceful curve. Under you is a beautiful white palace surrounded by a walled garden. You tell the carpet to land in a courtyard right outside the wall. I wonder where everyone is, you say. As if in answer, you hear a clip-clop, clip-clop. Someone is coming around the bend on a horse. Should you wait and see who it is, or should you climb over the wall to hide in the garden until you know what's going on? I mean, we don't really have any reason to think that we're in a hostile situation, right? And if they get fucking cross, like, listen, I don't even know where the fuck I am. I don't even know where I am right now, okay? I'm just as confused about my presence in your home as you are. And I would like for you to help me figure what's going on. And I think they'd be amenable to that. If they fucking get out a scimitar out that's insane, all right? Anyway, I wait for the writer. I turn to page 33, and I wait for the writer, and I see who he is. And I think we're going to be good friends. What was it? I have to remember what this is something I meant to do, and I just recalled why, because I'm prone to forgetting, I'll have you know. And then we do well to write things down that I need to remember, like what page I'm turning to, because you'd be like, you're not going to forget that in less than 10 seconds. It's nice of you to think of me that way, but you'd be wrong. You'd be dead wrong. I don't know why I'm writing it down. I'm already on the page. But I have it here just in case. And we're well prepared. What the fuck is this guy writing on? Some sort of clockwork stallion? You decide to wait for the writer. When he comes around the bend, you see that he's a man wearing a turban. On top of that, he's riding a mechanical horse. Wow, you whisper as you watch in awe. The turbaned rider stops next to you. Okay, I thought I was muted. Shit. Okay, I'm sorry. The turbaned rider stops next to you. Ah, my young friend, he says, I'm not going to do a fucking accent, all right? I'm not. I see you like my little toy. I read that different. I was like, I see you like my little toy. Like, I see you in the same way I see my little toy. I'm like, I am not your little toy, sir. I think the word you were looking for is little boy. I'm a little boy. Anyway, I understand. I see you like my little, like you like it, like you enjoy my little toy, like little toy. You say, this is great. My name is Purvis, and this is my humble invention. The man goes on. I have high hopes of winning the Sultan's race this morning with it. You ask Purvis if you can come along and watch. You can do better than that, my young friend. He answers. You can ride this horse in the race. Holy shit. 1 second, please. And just bear with me 1 second, please. Oh, yeah, there we go. Turn to page 38. Okay, I think I can remember that. Here we go. Purvis explains that he is too heavy to ride his mechanical horse. He's in the race. I was like, he's on it right now. What on earth are you talking about? When you riding him... Oh no. Oh God, I'm getting so fucked up. I'm brushing my nose on the microphone. I was like, when you riding him, I'm like, oh my God, did they write some sort of like dialect for him? No, I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. That was actually my own biases coming out, honestly. And I'm going to be thinking a lot about that later on today, but now we just need to get through the fucking flying carpet, number 25 from Choose Your Own Adventure series. With you riding him, he will be faster. Quick little note, I'm going to say this reminds me of a real sports that I saw. Yeah, I think this is okay to say. It was about camel racing, I think in Afghanistan, or it might have been in Saudi Arabia. I think it was in Saudi Arabia. We're already kind of getting into why I probably shouldn't have done this, but in for a dime, in for a dollar. And they have this like pretty significant industry of camel racing, and they were having little kids ride the camels, and for reasons you can probably imagine, that was extremely dangerous, and the children were like getting fucking really seriously hurt or even killed sometimes in this crazy racing world. And they were able to figure out that like, hey, you don't need to like get like the most like vulnerable, impoverished children on earth and have them ride your camels for you. You can actually just get a little robot that you fucking put on top of the camel, and he just like whips the camel for you. It's just like a fucking, he does one of these, some of this shit. And it was just that simple. It was just that simple to stop like decades and decades of pain and suffering and misery. And this thing this guy said about with you riding him, he will be faster. It just reminded me of that. And I was originally thinking that this guy was nice. And now he's like, oh, this little fuck can ride my fucking horse for me, can win my race for me. Who gives I don't know him from Adam. I fucking can, if he dies, who cares? This is much cheaper than buying some orphan at the market. This is free. This little boy's offering his life to me. Am I going to be so rude as to not take it? Anyway, I think I've talked about this enough. When you arrive at the race course, you see that everyone is already there. The Sultan himself is going to award the prize, whispers Perez. The Sultan himself is going to award the prize. 20 pieces of gold. You nod as you mount the mechanical horse and take your place with the others. We're just getting into this. Okay, cool. But wait, you almost forgot about your carpet. You almost forgot about your carpet. You can't hold on to it while you're racing. Maybe you should give it to Purvis to hold, but can you trust him to take care of it? Maybe you should just shove it under your saddle instead. Oh my goodness. Do we trust Purvis? I just met this man and now I have to fucking put my life in his hand. Or something that's apparently even more precious to me than my life, my newly acquired flying carpet that my aunt got for me on her world travels, on her numerous world travels. Now, I think this man, I'm going to try to look at this with a more innocent perspective, right? This is a book for children, and I'm thinking of the dark and twisted and violent world of camel racing in the Arabian Peninsula. Maybe that's not something that they're thinking of with this story. In fact, I think I can pretty safely say that they weren't thinking about that. So Purvis is trusting us with his precious and valuable invention. And are we gonna fucking turn our nose at that and say, fuck you, buddy? One good turn does not deserve another, in fact, and I don't trust you. I don't trust you with my precious flying carpet that my aunt got for me on one of her many world travels. I'm assuming to Iran, which is modern day Persia, by the way. If you weren't aware. Anyway, I trust Perviz. I trust Perviz just as much as he apparently trusts me. And so if I put the carpet under the saddle, but if I give the carpet to Perviz to hold, I turn to page 34, and so thus we go to page 34. Baba? What's up, Heidi? What's up, baby? She's fine. And she's fine. The end? Oh my God, what happened? You hand the carpet to Perviz to hold. While he takes it, he clears his throat and says, ahem, by the way, my young friend, I forgot to tell you one thing. The Sultan has an odd habit. Oh my goodness, what? Oh, my mind's going to dark places. Oh, what's that, you ask? He puts all the losers in jail. What? Why? You ask in surprise. It makes for a better race, Perviz answers with a shrug. It makes for a better race. I read that wrong. It makes for a better race, Perviz answers with a shrug. No one wants to lose. You are just about to say more when the Sultan shouts, let the race begin. Before you know what's happening, the mechanical horse takes off like a shot. But it has only gone a few paces when sprung, boing. The horse has popped a spring. It slows down to a clanking walk. You have hardly begun and you've already lost. On top of that, a big, mean-looking guard is running up to you. You haven't got a chance of escaping. All right. That was attempt 1. We failed. And thus, we have to go back to the beginning and do it all again, but try to do it better, actually. And here we go. Oh, by the way, another rules, I have to read it all again. I can't just go back to like where I was. I think I said that earlier, but I just want to be absolutely positively Bernie Sanders clear, is that this is what's happening. I have to do it all again. Your aunt has sent you a beautiful Persian rug carpet from one of her trips around the world. You like it so much that you've put it right in the middle of your room. Right now, you're sitting on the carpet and reading a book of old Arabian fairy tales. One of your favorites is about a wizard and a flying carpet. You stop reading for a moment and gaze out the window at the starry sky. Wow, you think, a flying carpet. Just then your mother calls out from the kitchen, supper's ready, dear. I'll be right there, Mom. You yell back. You want to finish reading your story. You have just come to the part where the wizard says the magic words to make the carpet fly. Just for fun, you repeat the magic words out loud. Uzak, Popka, Kanu. All of a sudden, the carpet moves beneath you. You feel yourself rising off the floor. Before you know what's happening, the carpet whisks you out the window. Yow! You scream as you fall down flat. What's going on? The magic words worked. The carpet is flying. You grab the edges of the carpet and fearfully look down. Sure enough, there's the ground skimming by beneath you, but it looks strange, all dark and misty. In fact, everything looks strange. Mom, you yell, where are you? You realize you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. The ground looks close. Maybe that's what you should do if you hang on. Who knows where you'll end up? I don't think the error was in getting on and staying on the carpet. I don't think that's where things went wrong. I think if we turned to page 12, and I'm doing my best to not look at what the pages say, which ones say the end on them, and I think even if I was trying to do that, there's a reason I need to write down what the page is before I turn to it. That's a lot more information than I can handle. So anyway, Mom, where are you? You realize you could jump right past, but I already read all that. I read it. See, I forgot that I read it. And it just happened. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to this adventure that is about me. So anyway, if you hang on, turn to page 6, and of course we turn to page 6. Shit, fuck. Okay. You hang on. It's funny, but you're not so scared anymore. Even try some commands. Go slower, you shout. The carpet slows down. Go higher, you say. The carpet zooms up. Soon you find that you're actually enjoying yourself. The wind ruffles your hair as you squint your eyes against the sun. The sun, when did it become daylight? You look down. That's not your neighborhood down there. Where are you? All at once you see a city dead ahead, but it is the strangest place you ever saw. It looks a lot like the cities you were just reading about in your book. Wow, you say as you get closer. The city sparkles in the sunlight like a jewel. Everywhere you look, you see pastel-colored houses and towers and lush gardens. Go down, you order the carpet. It obeys instantly and swoops down in a graceful curve. Under you is a beautiful white palace surrounded by a walled garden. I'm just making sure I'm not muted again, and I'm not, right? I'm not, right? Good. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I'm the only person who watches, enjoys, or knows about my doings on the internet. So I kind of have to be on top of this shit myself. I have to check it every now and then. Anyway, go down, you order the carpet. It obeys instantly and swoops down in a graceful curve. Right, I already read that. Under you is a beautiful white palace surrounded by... I gotta read this stuff enough. I should do what I can to not have to read it even more than that. Even more than the Sisyphean task that I have saddled myself with. There we go. I was like, I know, come on, you got a word somewhere in there. Pull it out. And I did. And we're getting back to the book now. You tell the carpet to land in a courtyard right outside the wall. I wonder where everyone is, you say. As if in answer, you hear a clip clop. Someone is coming around the bend on a horse. Purvis, who, it's not fun. It's not fun to have a generous, optimistic heart, and then to have that heart crushed before you. And then they laugh as the heart is dying in their hands and say, you stupid fool, why did you ever trust me with this precious thing to you? It doesn't feel good. So I know what to do now. That someone is Purvis, and I do not trust that someone, so I'm going to hide from him. Should you wait to see who it is, or should you climb over the wall to hide in the garden until you know what's going on? We are going to hide in the garden and turn to page 37, and I can remember that. You're not going to involve me in your clockwork horse race hijinks, sir. You hop over the garden wall. Aha, a thief! I caught you, a gruff voice says as a hand grabs your arm. You turn around in fright. A tall man in a black robe is glaring at you. You recognize his clothing from your book. He's a wizard. Oh, fuck. I saw you fly down here on my carpet, shouts the wizard. My carpet? This is my aunt's carpet that she gave to me after one of her many incredible trips around the world. So you're the one who stole it. Wait, I can do it. Wait. I saw you fly down here on my carpet, shouts the wizard. So you're the one who stole it. Let me go. I didn't steal anything, you shout, kicking and struggling. One of your kicks hits the wizard right in the shin. Ouch, he yells as he releases his grip. You scoot away with your carpet under your arm. You start to dash through the garden. Then you think it might be a good idea to run into the palace. Maybe someone there might help you. Fuck no. Listen, I wanted to think that, a young child shows up here in this strange world, doesn't even fucking know he fucking got here, and that maybe one of the adults there might be helpful. Might be like, hey, I can understand this is a lot for you to be going through. Come with me if you want to live. But it's not working out that way. It's like, you're a thief. I'm like, and then Purvis, my nose is really itchy. Fuck. Purvis is like, here's a child I can exploit. This is a fucking horrible world. This is a horrible world where every adult is a fucking threat to you. Anyway, we're not going into the palace. There's no one there that can help us. No one's here to help us. Everyone here's a fucking evil freak, and we have to just get out of here. We just have to get back on the carpet and get back to our aunt's house or whatever, and be like, you know what? Actually, I don't want this anymore. You can have it. Next time, just give me a Cochina doll or something. I know that's not from Persia. I was trying to think of something. Anyway, run through the garden. Get the fuck out of here, dude. We gotta get the fuck out of here. This place is fucking fucked up. All right. Oh my God, what the hell? You run through the garden as fast as you can. You scurry through a grove of bushes and come out the other side. Wait. Oh, sorry. Okay. You run through the garden as fast as you can. You scurry. Hold on, my cat's going crazy. I think she wants a snack, and I'm dead anyway. Just give me one fucking second. I'll be right back. Just give me a goddamn second. Just give me one. Okay. Had to give Heidi her afternoon snack. Now we can get back to dying at the hands of an evil, shriveled wizard in a land far away from my home. You run through the garden as fast as you can. You scurry through the grove of bushes and come out the other side. You are sure that you've escaped, and suddenly you see the wizard in front of you. How did he get here?
So, my little carpet thief,
He snarls.
trying to get away, are you? That proves you're guilty.
No, wait, you yell, but the wizard is already pointing a finger at you. Poof! Something is happening. You're shrinking. In the wink of an eye. In a blink of an eye. What's the phrase? In a blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. In the wink of an eye. Something doesn't sit right with me there. I don't smell right. Anyway, in the wink of an eye, if you will, you find yourself as small as a mouse and trapped inside a bottle. Not only that, but you're in the middle of a lonely desert.
That's what I do to carpet thieves.
You hear the wizard's voice saying a long way off. You groan and sit in the bottle. Your only hope is that someone will pass by and let you out. But from the looks of the place, that could be a long, long time from now. Yeah. Okay, so far we've been imprisoned and left to die in the desert. Great. Okay, let's try that again. Let's give it another go. A little more jaunty music. Because this time this thing thinks they're going to turn around, okay? Now, well, I guess I'll wait till we get there. Your aunt has sent you a beautiful old Persian carpet from one of her trips around the world. You like it so much that you've put it right in the middle of your room. Right now, you're sitting on the carpet and reading a book of old Arabian fairy tales. One of your favorites is about a wizard and a flying carpet. You stop reading for a moment and gaze out the window at the starry sky. Wow, you think, a flying carpet. Just then, your mother calls from the kitchen. Supper's ready, dear. Yeah, I'll be right there, Mom, you yell back. You want to finish reading your story. You have just come to the part where the wizard says the magic words to make the carpet fly. Just for fun, you repeat the magic words out loud. Uzak, Popka, Canoe. All of a sudden, the carpet moves beneath you. You feel yourself rising off the floor. Before you know what's happening, the carpet whisks you out the window. Yow! You scream as you fall down flat. What's going on? The magic words worked. The carpet is flying. You grab the edges of the carpet and fearfully look down. Sure enough, there's the ground skimming by beneath you, but it looks strange, all dark and misty. In fact, everything looks strange. Mom, you yell, where are you? And you realize that you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. The ground looks close. Maybe that's what you should do. If you hang on, who knows where you'll end up. You know what? I was thinking initially, like, the book is called The Flying Carpet, right? If we just abandon the flying carpet after page 1, there's not going to be much of an adventure, right? But so far, it's gone really fucking badly when I've stayed on the carpet. Said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get the fuck off of this fucking crazy carpet right now, okay? I've had enough of this fucking wizards and clockwork horses bullshit. I want to get to somewhere good, okay? Where's the genie that grants me wishes? Where's my fucking harem of virgins? Where's the fucking things I was promised and the incredible stories I've been reading on the carpet that my aunt got me from one of her many trips abroad? Huh? So far, it just seems like a bunch of fucking bullshit that I didn't fucking want or need. Anyway, so I think jumping off, it's going to work out pretty well. You leap off the carpet into empty black space. What you thought was the ground is just a black cloud, and you are falling in slow motion. Help! Mom! Anyone! Silence greets you. Your lower lip starts to tremble. I'm sorry. But you tell yourself to be brave. After all, you haven't really been hurt yet. Don't worry, pain's on the way, little guy. Just then, you see an amazing sight. You can't believe your eyes. There's a rope hanging in empty space. Holy shit. You reach out, grab one end of the rope, and tug. The rope seems to be tied to something, but what? All you can see at the other end is inky blackness. As you peer through the dark below you, you see the flying carpet again. It has swooped down and come back to you. Now, you can't make up your mind. If you get back on the carpet, you might fly out to... If you get back on the carpet, it might fly you out of this darkness. On the other hand, the rope is something solid to hold on to. Maybe you should climb down it and see where it leads. Okay. You know, this has steered me wrong a lot in my life, but does that mean I'm going to stop doing it? No. Okay. In for a dime, in for a dollar, in for a penny, in for a pound. All right. I said that I was going to try to see if this fucking jumping off the fucking carpet thing would work after the abysmal attempts previous. And as soon as I get off of the carpet, it's like, maybe you just want to get back on the carpet again. And I think the wise choice is to actually just keep climbing deeper and deeper into the impenetrable, unknowable darkness below me. So we're going to go to page 9. We're going to go to page 9. If you climb the rope, turn to page 9. It takes me somewhere nice. You climb the rope. When you get near the other end, the inky blackness suddenly disappears. You find yourself in dazzling sunlight. You hear a man's voice. I'm trying to think. I don't know anything about the guy. I'm just going to give him this voice. Ah, yes, good people. You see before you an enchanted rope. Now notice how it has climbed into the air as if it were alive. You hear people murmuring in awe. Yes, the voice goes on. I learned this trick from my father, and he learned it from his father. And then the speaker sees you. Oh, holy hell. Aye, he screams. So does everyone else. You cling to the rope. It must look as if you've appeared out of thin air. A demon! A demon! Someone yells. You notice something funny. Everyone in the crowd is dressed like the people in your book of Arabian fairy tales. Okay. Sorry. You jump off the rope. Wait a minute, you shout. I'm no demon. But you never finish because suddenly 2 huge men are coming after you with swords. Oh, the camera's there. With swords! We will cut off the demon's head and bring it to the Sultan, they shout. We will cut off the demon's head and bring it to the Sultan, they shout. Your only chance is to run. Zoom! You zip around the corner and into a long, winding street. At the end of the street, you whiz by a shop with large covered baskets in front of it. A sign says, Ahmed, the snake charmer. You skid around another corner and run right into a dead end. You're finished. You remember the baskets. You could hide in there. You could hide in there. You whirl around just as you hear, psst, follow me. It's a ragged little boy beckoning you. Should you trust him or should you go back and hide in a basket, rather? That's the cat outside. We haven't decided what to name him yet. I was thinking maybe name him Tommy. I don't know why. I also don't know why I'm talking about this like anyone would give a shit. Or that anyone's gonna watch this, or is watching this, or knows who I am, or knows if I even die. If I were to even die tomorrow, would anyone even fucking know? Or care, rather, even. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I was thinking that, I run into a fucking adult with a crazy horse. I run into a fucking, even older adult with a crazy bottle who says I stole from him. Like, everyone's got a problem with me that's an adult. Maybe I just gotta hang out with someone my own age. Maybe that's the issue. There's an odd illustration on this boy. Got a very prominent forehead. Anyway, I'm going to follow the boy. I'm going to turn to page 8. I trust him. And does it have anything to do with the fact that when I've been clicking through all these pages that I see myself interacting with someone who sounds like the same, sounds like they resemble the description of this character, and it seems like he's not imprisoning me in a bottle or sending me to a dungeon or something? Yes. You follow the boy. He leads you into a small white house. Just then you notice that he has a carpet under his arm. Your carpet. Where did you get this? You ask in surprise. I didn't steal it, honest, cries the boy. It fell from the sky. I believe you, you say. I believe you, you say with a smile. Suddenly there's a loud banging on the door. The Sultan's men, the boy whispers. Which way to the roof, you ask? The boy points to a ladder. Let's get up there fast, you cry as you grab the carpet. In a few he was whispering. You don't want him to hear you in here. Why are you crying out loud? There's guards who are looking for us. Anyway, let's get up there fast, you cry as you grab the carpet. In a few moments, you are on the roof. Quick, jump on the carpet, you yell. A split second later, the 2 men appear on the roof, waving their swords. Oh my goodness. Uzak Papa Kanu, you shout. Zoom. The carpet takes off just as one of the men swings his sword. Hiss. He cuts off a corner of the carpet. But strangely enough, the piece keeps flying alongside you. In a few moments, you are all safely in the air. You smile with relief as you turn to the boy. What's your name? You ask. Abdul, says the boy. You were about to say more when you noticed that you were flying over a desert. Maybe you should stop and figure out what to do next, but you're not even sure the carpet will obey your commands. On the other hand, it might be a good idea to get as far away from the Sultan's men as possible. I understand the benefit of perhaps getting a lay of the land, but I don't know. Something about if you stop in the desert, turn to page 22. You generally don't stop in the desert. That's not a good place to stop. You need to, if you're in the desert, you need to get out of the fucking desert. All right? Unless you're a lizard or a bug, you need to get the fuck out of there, okay? So we're going to keep on flying and we're going to turn to page 27. You keep flying. The endless desert slowly passes beneath you. In the meantime, you're getting the hang of flying the magic carpet. It obeys your every command, as I knew it would. I wasn't worried about that. When they're like, is it going to obey your commands? Like, we have no reason to think otherwise. Anyway, this is fun, shouts Abdul. You agree. We're getting along great. You're not even afraid anymore. How about that? In fact, you and Abdul are starting to think about other things, like food. You were fucking hungry, man. Finally, you see a small village up ahead. Let's stop there, you shout. Maybe we can even get, maybe we can get something to eat. Abdul nods in agreement. You circle the village. Everyone is gaping up at you. You're just about to land when you remember what happened the last time you appeared out of nowhere. Everyone thought you were a demon. Maybe you should land somewhere outside the village and walk in. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I agree with that plan. Let's go to page 14 and see how well it works. Okay. You zoom lower and prepare to hand in the... You zoom in lower and prepare to land in the village. Now all of the people are pointing and yelling. Who are they? They shout. Wizards, genies, someone says. They have a flying carpet, says another. Didn't we land outside the town to... Wait, did I think I picked the wrong one. Whatever. This is what's happening now. They have a flying carpet, says another. You and Abdul are enjoying all the attention. They're preening. You decide to show off a bit. Swoosh! You start to zip in and out of the tiny streets just above everyone's head. You skid around a sharp corner. You are laughing so hard that you don't see the tall stack of apricots right in your path. Now you do! Stop! You scream. The carpet stops dead. But you and Abdul don't. Oh God. Someone is gonna fucking cut off my hand because I smashed into his apricot stand. Oh my God. Squash, squish. You both fly right into the middle of the ripe apricots. What an orange mess. Man, we don't get political on the Uncle Game Boy show, but I feel like that would be an incredible, concise summarization. I almost had it. Shit. It'd be a concise description, rather, of the situation we're in this country, America. What an orange mess. Oh, Maron, what an orange mess we're in. Can you believe what an orange mess we're in? I think it's pretty good. Anyway, you and Abdul look at each other and start to giggle again. Oh, well, you say as you lick your fingers. We were hungry, Abdul. I hope you like apricot jam. How is that the end? That's not an adventure. How does he get home? What does he have to pay for the apricots that he destroyed? That's a man's livelihood, and you're laughing about it. These people solve their problems with blades and with powerful magic. Like, what are you thinking, okay? You gotta get your fucking head in the game, kid. They were probably destroyed by the entire crowd, right? If just pulled apart like fucking Braveheart, you know? They fucking pulled these fucking kids apart and send all their fucking body parts to all the fucking corners of England. That's what happened. That's what happens. That's what happens when you destroy a man's livelihood. Anyway, back to the beginning. That doesn't count. They were laughing at the end of it, but I think if we'd read it a little bit further into that scenario, that it, you know, there'd be hell to pay. There'd be fucking hell to pay. I don't know where was the part where they're like, Oh, you can go fucking hot dogging all over the place in your fucking flying carpet. That was a bad choice. I wouldn't have made it. Anyway, I was trying to be cautious. Anyway, your aunt has sent you a beautiful old Persian carpet from one of her trips around the world. You like it so much you've put it right in the middle of your room. Right now, you're sitting on the carpet and reading a book of old Arabian fairy tales. One of your favorites is about a wizard and a flying carpet. You stop reading for a moment and gaze out the window at the starry sky. Wow, you think a flying carpet. Just then, your mother calls from the kitchen. Supper's ready, dear. I'll be right there, Mom, you yell back. You want to finish reading your story. You have just come to the part where the wizard says the magic words to make the carpet fly. Just for fun, you repeat the magic words out loud. Uzak, Papka, Kazunu. All of a sudden, the carpet moves beneath you. You feel yourself rising off the floor. Before you know what's happening, the carpet whisks you out the window. Yow! You scream as you fall down flat. What's going on? The magic words work. The carpet is flying. You grab the edges of the carpet and fearfully look down. Sure enough, there's the ground skimming by beneath you, but it looks strange, all dark and misty. In fact, everything looks strange. Mom, you yell, where are you? You realize that you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. The ground looks close. Maybe that's what you should do. If you hang on, who knows where you'll end up. Now, I think this is sort of a circuitous path that I'm considering right now, because it seems like you get off the carpet, you are encouraged to get back on the carpet, you don't get back on the carpet, you end up in some magician's rope trick thing, and then some other fucking guy has the carpet, and then you hang out with him for a while. And from what I cannot help but glean as I'm skimming through this book, trying to get to my intended choices, is that, it seems like you and this kid get on pretty well and have some good times together that end well and satisfyingly, more importantly. Not like that bullshit with the fucking apricots at the end. What kind of ending was that? So I feel like we got to stick with this kid. I feel like this kid's where it's at, right? But like, getting to him seems like a pain in the ass. I'd rather just stay on the fucking carpet. But if we got to go through this thing where I go into this impenetrable realm of darkness and I climb down a rope and then I end up somewhere else after that, and then I run into the guy, then I guess that's what I have to do. So I got to jump off the fucking... That was a long way of saying I have to jump off the carpet. You leap off the carpet into empty black space. What you thought was ground is just a black cloud, and you are falling in slow motion. Help, Mom, anyone. Silence greets you. Your lower lip starts to tremble, but you tell yourself to be brave. After all, you haven't really been hurt yet. Yeah, what are you freaking out about, kid? Calm down. Just then, you see an amazing sight. You can't believe your eyes. A rope. There's a rope hanging in an empty space. What the hell? You reach out and grab one end of the rope and tug. The rope seems to be tied to something, but what? All you see at the other end is inky blackness. As you peer through the dark below you, you see the carpet flying, you see the flying carpet again. It has swooped down and back to you. Now you can't make up your mind. If you get back on the carpet, it might fly out of this darkness. On the other hand, the rope is something solid to hold on to. Maybe you should climb down it and see where it leads. I'm going to climb down the rope again. I think that was the right path, because it led me to encounter someone who I can only assume will be my greatest friend and most trusted ally in this crazy situation. You climb down the rope. When you get near the other end, its inky blackness suddenly disappears. You find yourself in dazzling sunlight. You hear a man's voice. Ah, yes, good people. You see before you an enchanted rope. Notice how it has climbed into the air as if it were alive. You hear people murmuring in awe. Yes, the voice goes on. I learned this trick from my father, and he learned it from his father. And then the speaker sees you. Aye, he screams. So does everyone else. You cling to the rope. It must look as if you've appeared out of thin air. A demon, someone yells. You notice something funny. Everyone in the crowd is dressed like the people in the book of your Arabian fairy tales. Wait a minute. Okay. You jump off the rope. Wait a minute. I didn't know he said that right after. Wait a minute, you shout. I'm no demon. But you never finish, because suddenly two huge men are coming after you with swords. We will cut off the demon's head and bring it to the Sultan, they shout. Your only chance is to run. Zoom. You zip around a corner into a long winding street. At the end of the street, you whiz by a shop with large covered baskets in front of it. A sign says, Ahmed the Snake Charmer. You skid around another corner and run right into a dead end. You're finished. Then you remember the baskets. You could hide there. You whirl around just as you hear, psst, follow me. It's a ragged little boy beckoning you. Should you trust him or should you go back and hide in a basket? I keep thinking it's the basket. It's a basket. I follow the boy. I don't get in the basket. I follow the boy. I also blow my nose. Give me one moment, please. Just give me 1 second, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's change. Let's see. Let's change the song. Yeah. This works. This works. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shit. Where was I? You follow the boy. He leads you into a small white house. Just then you notice that he has a carpet under his arm. Your carpet. Where did you get this? You ask in surprise. I didn't steal it, honest, cries the boy. It fell from the sky. I believe you, you say with a smile. I believe you, you say with a smile. Suddenly there's a loud banging on the door. The Sultan's men, the boy whispers. The Sultan's men. Which way to the roof, you ask. The boy points to a ladder. Let's get up there fast, you cry as you grab the carpet. In a few moments, you are on the roof. Quick, jump on the carpet, you yell. A split second later, the two men appear on the roof, waving their swords. Uzak Papa Canoe, you shout. Zoom, the carpet takes off as just as one of the men swings a sword. Hiss, he cuts off a corner of the carpet. But strangely enough, the piece keeps flying alongside you. In a few moments, you are all safely in the air. You smile with relief as you turn to the boy. What's your name, you ask. Abdul, says the boy. Oh, it's too loud. It's too loud. You're about to say more when you notice that you are flying over a desert. Maybe you should stop and figure out what to do next. But you're not even sure the carpet will obey your commands. On the other hand, it might be a good idea to get as far away from the Sultan's men as possible. Well, okay, I guess we flew to another village, because in my memory, I'm like, wait, I chose to fly away from them, and then we ended up back in a village. But maybe it wasn't the same village. One village was full of apricots, and the other one presumably had none. So we're going to stop in the desert because everything went tits up at that point, I think. Land carpet, you yell. To your thief. Oh my God. I think relief is thief. I'm brushing my nose on the microphone. It's a difficult thing I've decided to do this day. You land carpet, you yell. To your relief, the carpet obeys. It swoops down and lands next to a grove of date palm trees. While you and Abdul cool off in the shade, he tells you his story. I've been a beggar as long as I can remember, he says, but I dream of being a magician. If I could do magic tricks, people would pay to see them. You feel sorry for Abdul. While he is talking, you get an idea. Here, you say, handing him the cut piece of carpet. This will work as well as the carpet. You can do all sorts of tricks with it. Abdul beams with pleasure. You have made me very happy, he says. It is all I could wish for. You sigh. The only thing I could wish for, you say, is that this carpet would take me home. All of a sudden, your eyes begin to feel heavy. You can hardly keep them open. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. It feels as if the carpet is moving, but you're not sure. You feel so sleepy. Suddenly, your eyes snap open. You're wide awake again. You look around. You're back in your room. Did the carpet grant your wish, or was it all a dream? You look down. There's a piece missing from the corner of the carpet. Wow, you yell. Just then, your mother comes in the room. I've been calling you for the last half hour, she says. What is the matter with you? Nothing, Mom, you say. I was just enjoying my book. Well, take your head out of the clouds and come to supper, she says. You smile as you leave your room. Your mom will never know how close to the truth she came. All right. I think that counts. Now, it's very insubstantial. Basically, the story is boy gets on a carpet, discovers he has a flying carpet, gets on the carpet, gets off the carpet, gets onto a rope, ends up in some, fairy tale version of the Arabian Peninsula or something. And then you know, I forgot what happened after that. They got chased by some guys, and then they leave, and then he goes home. There was no genie. There was hardly a wizard. The wizard was just some fucking asshole who's like accusing me of stealing from him and then decided to murder me with almost no evidence to support his claims. I don't know. I don't feel good about it is what I'm saying. I know I've been doing this for like an hour. I sort of told myself this can take upwards of 2 hours. This is enough time, you know. This is good enough, I think, but I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. I'm going to give this one more run. I think that's probably all I have in me anyway. I don't know why I'm writing this down. I'm just going to write down the number 39. Okay. I think now this is something that I was going to say earlier. I might have said it earlier and I don't remember. But there's like 3 things that can happen in these books. Is that you can get killed or lose, you can win, or you can just kind of get like a bullshit ending where it's like nothing really happened. You can't really call that an adventure. Now, my memory of these is that they were more significant adventures. You know, you really felt like you went on a journey and all that when you finished the book, when you finished it in the way it was intended anyway. And that felt really insubstantial to me. It's like, is that a good ending? Is that what passes for a good ending in this day and age? Did I just fucking, you know, I used to like fucking Barney and Power Rangers too, and I'm sure if I watched this today, but like this seems very slight, you know, like I can tell who all the bad guys are. I could basically write this fucking show myself. I could tell you what's gonna happen. Yes, things look grim now, but you know, things are gonna turn around. It's all there before me. And in my memory, these were a bit more, you know, these were a bit more substantial stories than that, but they might be on that level, and I just don't remember. I'm very hungry all of a sudden. Streaming is hungry work, but I'm gonna try to do one more scenario of this. And if I die, and that's it. And I'll just say, well, you know what? I fucking already beat it anyway. So I already did it. And all this is just bonus content, if anything. You should be very thankful that I'm doing this at all, because I already fulfilled my obligation. I'm done. It's like if the boss comes in and like I did all my work. I got it done in less time than I was allotted. But should I be denigrated and punished even for that? I don't think so. I should be praised. I should be praised to the highest. So I don't know what's happening right now. Let's try it. Let's do one more. Your aunt just sent you a beautiful Persian rug carpet from one of her trips around the world. I'm gonna change this song. Your aunt has sent you a beautiful old Persian carpet from one of her trips around the world. You like it so much you've put it right in the middle of your room. Right now, you're sitting on the carpet and reading a book of old Arabian fairy tales. One of your favorites is about a wizard and a flying carpet. You stop reading for a moment and gaze out the window at the starry sky. Wow, you think, a flying carpet. Just then your mother calls from the kitchen. Supper's ready, dear. I'll be right there, Mom, you yell back. You want to finish reading your story. You've just come to the part where the wizard says the magic words to make the carpet fly. Just for fun, you repeat the magic words out loud. Ozak, Popka, Kazoo, Canoe. Ugh, oh, sorry. All of a sudden, your carpet moves beneath you. Oh, that's good. You feel yourself rising off the floor. Before you know what's happening, the carpet whisks you out the window. Yow! You scream and fall down flat. What's going on? The magic words work. The carpet is flying. You grab the edges of the carpet and fearfully look down. Sure enough, there's the ground skimming by beneath you, but it looks strange, all dark and misty. In fact, everything looks strange. Mom, you yell, where are you? You realize that you could jump off the carpet if you wanted to. The ground looks close. Maybe that's what you should do. If you hang on, who knows where you'll end up. We're hanging on. We're hanging on for dear life. I'm positive that I can outsmart the Sultan, defeat the evil wizard, gain the genie's favor, get him to grant me 3 incredible wishes, and I will come home to my mom and her sister with armfuls of treasures, magical artifacts, enchanted blades, magical goblets, all this. I'm gonna have so much fucking cool shit. I'm not gonna just like wake up and like, oh, was that all a dream? Oh, maybe some. No, none of that horse shit. Okay, we were coming back victorious. Okay, we are coming back from a conquered land. I need a good ending. You're gonna be a good ending. That's I'm like, well, I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay. Is that how I want to feel at the end of this? I guess that was okay. I guess that'll do. No. It's fucking this all up by fucking not staying on the carpet. The book's called The Flying Carpet. You stay in the fucking carpet. We stay on the fucking carpet. You hang on. Of course we hang on. Of course we do. Of course we do. It's all fucked up. The moment we decided to stop hanging on this fucking carpet is when everything got fucked up. My life became a boring, mediocre tragedy. I want an adventure. I want an incredible adventure, and that's what's going to happen. And we're going to, by the time this runs down, we're like, no question, that was it. That was the one. That was the winning run. You hang on, it's funny, but you're not so scared anymore. You even try commands, go slower, you shout, the carpet slows down. Go higher, you say, the carpet zooms up. Soon you find you're actually enjoying yourself. Soon you find you're actually fucking enjoying yourself. Huh? How about that? The wind ruffles your hair as you squint your eyes against the sun. The sun? When did it become daylight? You look down. That's not your neighborhood down there. Where are you? All at once you see a city dead ahead, but it's the strangest place you ever saw. It looks a lot like the cities you were just reading about in your book. What the hell's happening? Am I in some fairy tale land? Wow, you say as you get closer. The city sparkles in the sunlight like a jewel. Everywhere you look, you see pastel-colored houses and towers and lush gardens. Go down, you order the carpet. It obeys instantly and swoops down in a graceful curve. Under you is a beautiful white palace surrounded by a walled garden. You tell the carpet to land in a courtyard right outside the wall. I wonder where everyone is, you say. As if in answer, you hear a clip-clop, clip-clop. Someone is coming around the bend on a horse. Should you wait to see who it is, or should you climb over the wall to hide in the garden until you know what's going on? Well, here's the thing. Pervel or whatever the fuck his name is, I fucking know your fucking shit already, dude. I smell you coming from a fucking mile away. I'm not going to trust your words. I'm not going to trust that you're not roping me into some fucking situation that's going to get my fucking head on a block. All right? My head on a spike outside the fucking palace walls. No. I see your ass, and I'm prepared for you. And I'm going to wait for the rider, because I'm not afraid of him. When I tried to leave, the wizard got my ass. He fucking corrected me pretty fucking quick, if you'll recall. What the hell is this? I really want to find out what's going on here. I'm not going to read a damn word. I accidentally read gulp in the end. I'm trying not to look at it as much. I want to look at the picture. Here we go. There we go. That works. Look, this is fucking crazy, man. I mean, what the fuck's going on with this? Is what happens. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to do everything I can to. Shit, what was the page? Oh, fuck. Oh, this is what the notebook was for. I think it was just right here. Okay, good. Thank God. Okay. You decide to wait for the rider. When he comes around the bend. Sorry, one second. Oh, yeah. You decide to wait for the rider. When he comes around the bend, you see that he's a man. He's but a man wearing a turban. On top of that, he's riding a mechanical horse. Wow, he whispers. You watch in awe. The turban rider stops next to you. Ah, my young friend, he says. I see you like my little toy. Little toy, you say. This is great. My name is Perviz. And this is my humble invention, the man goes on. I have high hopes of winning the Sultan's race this morning with it. You ask Perviz if you can come along and watch. You can do better than that, my young friend, he answers. You can ride this horse in the race. Yeah. Fat fucking chance, motherfucker. I see your ass. I see what you're fucking trying to get my ass involved in. Oh, you can ride the horse. It'd be great. It'd be a great fun time. Oh, by the way, fuck you. Perviz explains he is too heavy to ride his mechanical horse. Yeah, and he's too afraid of going to jail more more specifically, I'm very hungry right now, okay? My brain is faltering. Purvis explains he's too heavy to ride his mechanical horse in the race. With you riding him, he will be faster. When you arrive at the race course, you see that everyone is already there. The Sultan himself is going to award the prize, whispers Purvis.
The Sultan himself is going to award the prize. 20 pieces of gold,
whispers Purvis. You nod as you mount the mechanical horse and take your place with the other horses. But wait, you almost forgot about your carpet. You can't hold on to it while you're racing. Maybe you should give it to Purvis to hold. But can you trust him to take care of it? Maybe you should just shove it under the saddle and say, fuck yes. Trusting Purvis was the greatest mistake I've ever made in my entire life. You shove the carpet under your saddle and line up with the other racers. Go, the Sultan shouts, and the race begins. You're off. But all of a sudden, sprung, boing. Your mechanical horse has popped spring. The horse slows down to a clanking walk. You haven't even got a chance of winning. Wait a minute, you have an idea. Who's that Papa Canoe, you whisper to your carpet. Fly now. Go to the next page. As soon as you give the command, your horse's hooves lift a few inches off the ground. The carpet is lifting you both. Oh, that's a clever move. That's a clever move. All right, I like where this is going. You glide through the air past all the other racers. Then you breeze over the finish line to win. Hell yes. You know, if the loser goes to jail and is executed in a dungeon, I'd imagine that the prize has got to be like equally as good like the other way, right? It's like it, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to page 52. Oh, we really got to the end. The Sultan comes over and hands you a bag of gold. By my beard, he says, that was a wonderful feat. Purvis comes running over to, we shall share the prize money, my young friend, he says, beaming. How did you do it? I think I'll keep that little secret under my hat. I mean my saddle, you say. No, that's the end. That's the end of the show, all right? Now, I'm just going to say something real quick. I felt like we never really went on much of an adventure. It's just like one thing happened, then another thing happened, then it was over. Now, I am realizing that maybe what I was saying about these books being more substantial in the memory of myself when I was like 7 or 8 reading these might be skewed because like incompatible with reality, because this book I am seeing now is 52 pages long. So there's not really a whole lot of adventure you could choose in there, even filling it up with as much as you could. But this is number 25. This is number 25 in this series. Like this is just the first one I saw. This is the first one I saw. So we can turn off the reading music now. This is over. This show's fucking done, dude. Yeah, there we go. That's the ending music. I didn't have to do my fucking pee video. I didn't have to do any of that. But they might have I don't know. They just might have used all of their fucking ideas. Wait a minute. Wait, is it the Disney? Wait, hold on. Is it a Disney book? It was made by Disney? Is that correct? Or there's Disney? I don't think so. Are those Disney Choose Your Own Adventure? I don't even know that is a thing. Disney Choose Your Own Adventure. Dude. This is great. I thought there was like this and Goosebumps, and that was about it. And, it's like maybe these books weren't as good as I thought. Maybe the Goosebumps ones will be better, but the Disney ones, I mean, what's a better mark of quality entertainment than the Walt Disney Corporation? I can't think of one. I know your ass can't think of one. So maybe that'd be something to do. So because like these, I was looking here. I was like, these are the Disney ones. Oh wait, no, I'm confused. I'm so fucking confused. These are separate things. This is an advertisement for the Disney Choose Your Own Adventures. This on the right side is a list of all the Choose Your Own Adventure ones. So these are not the Disney ones. These are the Bantam ones. This is the list I'm looking for. These are the lists you're looking for. So we've got the circus. We've got the haunted house. That sounds pretty cool. Your very own robot. Dream come true for me, Gorga the space monster? Who sounds like a fucking scary guy. Wild Horse Country. We might skip that one. The creature from Miller's Pond. The genie in the bottle. Okay, I was fucking trying to find a genie, and what the... I guess while we're at it, what was going on here? How do you get to this part? Now this is a fucking... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Now this is a fucking adventure. This is an adventure. If I'm flying to a fucking big old man's mouth, I'm like, we're fucking on one crazy trip, man. And we just smashed into a bunch of fucking rotten fruit, and I'm like, oh, what an orange mess we're in. Doesn't this remind you of the situation back at home? What an orange mess we're in. That's not adventure. That's not adventure. This is adventure. This fucking shit's adventure. This right here, that's adventure. That is adventure right there. This shit, dude. Can you imagine what this fucking stinks? Oh my god. This kid looks very old right here. Anyway. Alright, well that was it. That was the show. I had a fun time. It was fucking big old fucking mess like it always is. But we beat the book, man. We beat the book, and that was the intention, to beat the book. We're streaming, you know. Believe it or not, this is streaming. Even though no one's watching it or anything like that. But if anyone does watch it later, that'd be cool. I'm not anticipating that, but in that event, I just want to say I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed whatever the hell this was, and that you'll join us for the next Choose Your Own Adventure stream. This, I'm not going to go as far as to say this went better than I expected, but it did not go as bad as I thought it could, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. So that's the end, and I'm going to stop saying at the end, and I'm going to end it now. So have a nice day. Bye-bye.